Welcome, students, to this SAT Math Speed Run. We will be solving the No Calculator section of Practice Test 1 and will be giving quick detailed solutions. This video is optimal for those that want to do some last-minute practice. Please take your time to pause the video as needed. Time to jump right into it. First question, we are given k equals 3 and we plug that in. Then we cross-multiply with the other side and take one from the left to the right side where it adds and gives us the answer 10, or option D. For the second question, we simply combine the real terms together and combine the imaginary terms together and simplify, which gives us negative 1 plus 12i, or option A, as the answer. Moving on to number 3, Armand sends m texts per hour for 5 hours, so he sends a total of 5m, while Tyrone sends p per hour for 4 hours. Therefore, he sends a total of 4p. We just add them to get the total as option C. Question 4 tells us that p is the number of phones left, and from the equation we can tell that 23 is the number of phones repaired per day, as it is being multiplied with a variable representing the number of days. So 108 is the number of phones Kathy starts with, so option B. In question 5, we first expand the brackets, meaning multiply negative with all terms in the right bracket, and then just combine the like terms, giving us answer C. Question 6 asks for the yearly increase in height. 28.6 is just a lone constant, so that's just the age in the beginning, which tells that 3 is the increase, or option A. For question 7, we are asked to rewrite the equation, making p the subject. So we cross-multiply. Denominator on the right multiplies with numerator on the left, and numerator on the right multiplies with the denominator on the left. It cannot be simplified further, giving us option B. For question 8, we take the reciprocal of A over B to get B over A equals 1 over 2. And then we multiply it by 4 to get 2, which is option C. Question 9 can be solved using elimination method. So we multiply the second equation by 2 and then subtract the equations. Divide both sides by 5 and get x equals 3. Plug that back into any equation. We're choosing the second, and that gives y equals negative 8, so option B. For question 10, we plug in the initial conditions and find for A. That comes out to be negative 1. Now, we can plug in the condition x equals negative 4. And simplifying leaves us with the answer 8, option A. We're halfway done already. Now, question 11. It gives us the equations for price per pound and asks for the price when they're equal. So we put the equations equal. Simplifying gives us x equals 4. Now we can plug that into any equation and that'll give 3.35, or option D. In question 12, we are given a point and the slope of a line, so we will use the point slope form to generate the equation. We find it to be 7y equals x, which means x is 7 times that of I. The only option that fulfills this is option D. Question 13 requires some algebraic manipulation. We take the LCM of the lowest denominator. Then, we choose to rewrite it to make it easier. We change the division to a multiplication sign, which involves taking the reciprocal of the term after it. And this gives us option B. Moving on to question 14, we can write 8 as 3 cubed. Then we can rewrite this using the exponent quotient law. 3x minus y is given to us as 12, so our answer is 2 power 12, option A. Question 15, the longest question in this section. We begin by expanding the brackets on the left-hand side. Then we compare it to the right-hand side. A times B equals 15, and 7a plus 2b equals c. Then we manipulate a plus b equals 8 to make a the subject. We plug this back into a times b equals 15 and simplify it. A quadratic equation is obtained. We can factorize the equation to get b minus 5 times b minus 3. Hence, b equals 3 and 5. We plug this into the equation we rearranged earlier to get a equals 5 and 3. Now we plug each pair into the equation for c and get the first value as 41 and the second as 31. So option D. The equation in question 16 can be factored out using the identity written on the right. We apply it and get t equals negative and positive 2. Since t is positive, the answer is 2. Question 17 requires the concept of similar triangles. BDC is similar to BEA. This was determined by the positioning of the angles in both triangles. We write down the given values on the diagram, which tells us that triangle BEA has twice the lengths compared to BDC. Hence, x can be found by doubling DC, which gives 1600. Question 18 can be solved using elimination. Since we need to find x, then we eliminate y. So we multiply the first equation by 2 and then subtract them. This gives us x equals 7. Question 19 is solved by remembering the identity cos 90 minus x equals sin x. Hence, the answer is just 4 over 5 or 0.8. Alternatively, this can be solved using the diagram drawn here as well. Remember that sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, and cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Time for the final question. Substitute a into the equation. The root 2 on both sides cancels out. Then square both sides to get x equals 100.